अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। जो हमारा लास्ट टॉपिक था दैट वाज द स्केड्यूल कनेक्टेड टिश्यू, उसमें हमने पढ़ा था कॉटलेज ना। जो हमारा आज का टॉपिक है उसी के रिलेटेड दैट इज द बोन, क्योंकि जो स्केड्यूल कनेक्टेड टिश्यू है उसकी दो टाइप्स है। फर्स्ट वन वाज द कॉटलेज एंड नंबर सेकंड इज बोन। कॉटलेज हमने ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया है। नाउ लेट अस स्टडी द बोन। नाउ ये बोन क्या है? इट्स rigid, solid and hard skeletal connective tissue. Where the cells lie in the matrix, here the matrix is termed as osine. Here the matrix is termed as osine matrix. जिस तरह cartilage में हमने देखा था, where the cells they lie in the cartilage matrix, that matrix was termed as chondrin, but यहाँ के matrix को हम कह सकते हैं it is termed as osine. और ये जो bone है, it forms the main part of our endoskeleton and thus supports our body and provides shape our body as well as protects our vital organs of our body. In addition to it, the bone acts as a reservoir, means storage house for the phosphorus as well as the calcium, because the abundant matrix of the matrix is abundantly made up of the phosphorus as well as the calcium. That is why it acts as a reservoir for the calcium as well as phosphorus. Now let's study the structure of the bone or the components of the bone. If we take a long bone, for example our thigh bone, it shows, and if we cut it through a TS, so that means it shows different components. So इसके 5 components हैं. Number first one is the periosteum. Number next is endosteum, matrix, cells, and bone marrow. So this is the periosteum. This one is the endosteum. This one is the matrix, whole matrix. और इसी के अंदर यहाँ पे होते हैं cells and finally the bone marrow. Now let us study them one by one. So first of all, the periosteum. This periosteum, as is evident from this image, that periosteum, it forms the outermost covering or the boundary of this bone. So it's the outermost covering या outermost sheath of the bone, and it is itself made of the two layers, just like the cartilage, just like the perichondrium of the cartilage. The periosteum is also made up of the two layers. The outermost layer is termed as wide fibrous layer because it is made up of the collagen fibers. And this wide fibrous layer, it is provided with the nerve supply as well as the blood supply, just like the wide fibrous layer of the perichondrium. And inner to this wide fibrous layer, there is another layer called as osteogenic layer. And this osteogenic layer is made up of mesenchymal stem cells called as osteoprogenitor cells. So this osteogenic layer is made up of the stem cells, mesenchymal stem cells, called as osteoprogenitor cells, which upon the division produces the bone forming cells called as osteoblasts. Means these mesenchymal cells of the osteogenic layer, they give rise small cells called as osteoblasts, which lie just immediate near the periosteum. So since the this layer produces the osteoblasts, that is why इस layer को हम कहते हैं osteogenic layer. So that means that periosteum is the outermost sheath consisting of the two layers. Outermost is termed as white fibrous layer, and next one is the osteogenic layer. So that's the first component of the bone. Now moving towards the second component of the bone, that is the endosteum. Endosteum. This endosteum is the innermost sheath. Agar periosteum was the outermost sheath, then it is the innermost sheath, innermost cover, which covers around the bone marrow. It covers around the bone marrow cavity. So that means it forms a covering, while as this one, endosteum, it forms the lining, and it lines around the bone marrow. And just like the periosteum, it is also made up of two layers. Outermost, this one is termed as white fibrous layer, and it also was the second layer that's called as osteogenic layer, similar to that of the periosteum. और यहाँ पे भी white fibrous layer is provided with blood supply, while as the osteogenic layer is made up of osteoprogenitor cells, which upon the division produce the osteoblasts. So that means यहाँ पे भी bone cells arise होते हैं, यहाँ से भी bone cells arise होते हैं. That means then the growth of the bone is bidirectional. Outer side से भी ये grow करता है, as well as inner side से भी grow करता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी mesenchymal progenitor cells होती है, और यहाँ पे भी osteogenic layer होता है, which is made of the osteoprogenitor cells and which produces the osteoblasts. That means then the growth of the bone is bidirectional. That means from the outer side as well as from the inner side. So now moving towards the third component of the bone, that is the matrix. Here the matrix, it is opaque, it is solid, as well as it is calcified, because यहाँ पे कैल्शियम आयन्स की कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा है, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट यहाँ पे ज्यादा होता है, that's why it is calcified as well as the opaque. And here the matrix is termed as osseous, and this matrix, it is made up of the three parts. First one is the water. Next one is organic matter. And third one is inorganic matter or mineral matter. So that means the matrix of the bone is termed as osseous and is made up of three components or the three parts. First one is the water. जो यहाँ पे water की percentage है, it is near about 10 to 20%. While as जो यहाँ पे organic matter है, उसकी percentage है near about 24 to 36%. और ये जो inorganic matter है, इसकी percentage it varies from 48 to 63%. That means in bones यहाँ पे maximum concentration है inorganic matter की. अब जो ये organic matter है, it is made up of collagen fibers as well as glycoproteins, while as this inorganic matter is made up of calcium carbonate, magnesium phosphate, hydroxyapatite, NaCl, potassium, sodium, lead, zinc, boron, aluminium, etc. जो ये तीन है, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट, मैग्नीशियम फॉस्फेट एज वेल एज हाइड्रोक्सी एपेटाइट, हाइड्रोक्सी एपेटाइट, इसकी कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा होती है। कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट, मैग्नीशियम फॉस्फेट एज वेल एज हाइड्रोक्सी एपेटाइट, इनकी कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा होती है। तो अब जो ये शिवाश क्या, जब जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं, छोटे बच्चे होते हैं, जब वो गिर जाते हैं तो उनकी बोन में फ्रैक्चर नहीं होता है। वायलेस जो हमारे बुजुर्ग लोग होते हैं, ओल्डर वंस, अगर वो गिर जाते तो उनकी हड्डियों में फ्रैक्चर आ जाता है। द रीजन इज दैट जो छोटे बच्चे होते हैं, when they are young, when they are शाबाश क्या kids, वहां पे ऑर्गेनिक मैटर की कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा होती है। जो 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 बढ़ते हैं ऑर्गेनिक मैटर कंसंट्रेशन कम होती है, वाइलेस इनऑर्गेनिक मैटर की कंसंट्रेशन ज्यादा होती है। सो दैट इज व्हाई जो ओल्ड वंस होते हैं, हमारे एल्डर्स होते हैं, उनकी बोन्स में ज्यादा इनऑर्गेनिक मैटर होता है, इनऑर्गेनिक मैटर वहां पे ज्यादा होता है, विच मेक्स द बोन्स, देयर बोन्स ब्रिटल, एंड जब वो टूट जाते हैं दे गेट्स फ्रैक्चर्ड। तो दिस इज द मैट्रिक्स। अब जो ये मैट्रिक्स है, it occurs in the layers, just like these layers, ये वाले layers, ये वाले layers, ये layers, and their layers have been termed as lamellae. Here the lamellae has three types. Number first one is the circumferential lamellae, number next is the Haversian lamellae, and third one is the interstitial lamellae. ये जो circumferential lamellae है, it occurs around the circumference of the bone, means peripheral portion of the bone. Whereas ये जो Haversian lamellae है, these ones, these ones, these ones, these ones, they occurs around the Haversian canal. This one is the Haversian canal, and around this are the lamellae. उन lamellae को हम कहते हैं Haversian lamellae. This one is the Haversian canal, and these ones are the Haversian lamellae. Haversian lamellae का मतलब क्या है? ये एक canal है which passes the nerve supply as well as the blood supply, so as to provide the nourishment as well as the gases to the bone on the inner side. क्योंकि पेरिफेरी पे यहाँ पे पेरियोस्टियम as well as the एंडोस्टियम में ब्लड सप्लाई तो है, बट मिड में यहाँ पे canals है, Haversian canals, which contains the nerve supply as well as the blood supply, so as to provide the nourishment to the bone in the inner side. So that is why for this there are the canals. Those canals are termed as Haversian canals, and around the Haversian canals there occurs the lamellae, there occurs the lamellae, there occurs the lamellae. उन lamellae को हम कहते हैं Haversian lamellae. And both the Haversian lamellae and the Haversian canals, they together constitute a system. उस system को हम कहते हैं Haversian system. So this one is a Haversian system. This one is a Haversian system. This one is a Haversian system. But around each Haversian system, there is a line. There is a glycoproteinaceous line. उस line को हम कहते हैं Siemert line. And this Siemert line was discovered by an scientist, उसका नाम था Ebner. So that is why in lines को हम कहते हैं Siemert lines of Ebner, which covers around each Haversian system. Now moving towards the third type of the lamellae, that's called as interstitial lamellae. And this interstitial lamellae, it occurs in between the Haversian system. तो अगर ये एक Haversian system है, ये दूसरा है, in between there occurs another type of the lamellae that's termed as interstitial lamellae. And moreover, ये जो matrix है, this matrix also contains some fluid-filled spaces called as lacunae. So these are the lacunae. Filled open spaces है, इन spaces को हम कहते हैं lacunae. And the adjacent lacunae are linked together by means of small branches called as canaliculi. For example, if this one is one lacunae, this one is another lacunae, so the adjacent lacunae are linked together by means of small branch, small channels. उन channels को हम कहते हैं canaliculi. So it's the first lacuna, this one is the second lacuna. The adjacent lacuna are linked together by means of small branches called as canaliculi. और ये lacuna का मतलब क्या है? These lacuna, ये तो open spaces है, and they contains cells called as osteocytes. Osteocytes. That means osteocytes, they remain embedded within the lacunae. So this was all about the matrix. Now moving towards the third component of the bone, that is the cells. Sorry, fourth component यहाँ पे cells. As you know, the cells are the living components of the bone, and in the bone there are 4 types of cells. Just like the types of cells in case of the cartilage, जो हमने last lecture में study किया था. Now, first type of the cell is osteoprogenitor cells. Number next is osteoblasts. Number third one is osteocytes, and number last one is osteoclasts. So now moving towards the first type of the cell, that is the osteoprogenitor cell. ये जो cells है osteoprogenitor cells, these are the mesenchymal stem cells present in the osteogenic layer of the periosteum as well as the osteogenic layer of the endosteum, and upon the division they give rise to the osteoblasts. Now moving towards the another type of the cell, that is the osteoblasts. So these are small cells which arise from the osteogenic layer, from the division of mesenchymal stem cells, and they lie immediate to the osteogenic layer of the periosteum as well as the osteogenic layer of the endosteum. Yeah. And these osteoblasts, they initially secretes the organic matter of matrix, and later on they help us in the mineralization. They help us in the mineralization of the matrix. उसका मतलब क्या है? पहले वो ऑर्गेनिक मैटर रिलीज करते हैं, just like the collagen fibers, just like the glycoproteins as well as the proteoglycans, and later on they help us in the mineralization. That means they help us in the storage, in the abending of the minerals from the blood vessels, क्योंकि blood vessels Haversian canals में होती है, शाबाश क्या white fibrous layers में होते हैं, यहाँ से ट्रैप करता है minerals and help us शाबाश क्या these minerals derive the minerals from the blood supplies within the matrix along with the organic matter. That means yeti minerals anan trap karan yet petness minerals trap karan ralawan shabash ke kasness organic matter of the matrix. So they help us, that means the osteoblasts, first of all, they secrete the organic matter, and later on they help us in the mineralization with the help of an enzyme called as alkaline phosphatase. Phosphatase. So that is the third type of the cell, that's called as osteoblasts. Now moving to towards another type of the cell, that is the third type of cell, osteocytes. Osteocytes. The osteocytes are the cells which occur in canaliculi. Which occur in the lacunae of the matrix. For example, if these are the lacunae, so यहाँ पे cells है, osteocytes है, और चूंकि हमने already डिस्कस किया है, ये जो lacunae है, जैसे lacunae है, these are linked together by means of branches called as canaliculi. So this one is one lacuna, this one is another lacuna, and within the each lacuna there are present the cells called as osteocytes. What is your osteocytes? They give rise to the protoplasmic processes. And some processes they run through the canaliculi so that the adjacent osteocytes may communicate with each other with the help of these protoplasmic processes which arise from the each osteocytes present in the lacuna. और ये osteocytes just like the osteoblasts, उनका भी काम similar है to that of the osteoblasts. ये भी secrete करते हैं organic matter and later on help us in the mineralization of the matrix with the help of alkaline phosphatase. Now moving towards the last type of the cell, that is the osteoclasts. Osteoclasts are multinucleated cells. जो बाकी cells यहाँ पे थे, osteoprogenitor cells, osteoblasts as well as osteocytes, वो uninucleated थे, means उनमें एक ही nucleus था. But यहाँ पे जो osteoclasts है, these are the multinucleated cells, and these are phagocytic in nature. That means they perform as a phagocytes, they engulf the worn out osteocytes, as well as they help us in the demineralization of the matrix. So with this we have completed the fourth component of the cell of the bone, that is the cells of bones. Now the last component of the bone, that is bone marrow. Now the fifth component of bone, that is bone marrow. The bone marrow is vascularized, means it is provided with the blood supply as well as nerve supply. So bone marrow is vascularized, soft, as well as a pulpy tissue. So it is vascularized, soft होता है, as well as the pulpy tissue, which occurs in the bone marrow cavity. Which occurs in the marrow cavity or the bone marrow cavity. And this bone marrow, it is of two types. Number first one is the red bone marrow, and number next is yellow bone marrow. तो यहाँ पे the bone marrow is of two types, red bone marrow as well as the yellow bone marrow, as well as the yellow bone marrow. So this one is the marrow. So two types है यहाँ पे, red bone marrow as well as the yellow bone marrow. This red bone marrow, it occurs at the ends of long bones. Long bones. For example, thigh bones अगर हम लेंगे, जो इनके ends है, उनको हम कहते हैं epiphysis. The epiphysis or the ends, terminal ends of the long bones, they possesses the red bone marrow. And these red bone marrow, they possesses the hemopoietic cells. The active hemopoietic cells. Hemopoietic cells are the bone forming cells which produces the bone cells just like the RBCs, WBCs as well as platelets. That means ये जो bone marrow है, red bone marrow है, they occurs at the terminal ends of the long bones. The terminal ends of the long bones have been terminated as epiphysis, and this red bone marrow, they contains the active hemopoietic cells which forms the bone cell sorry blood cells just like the RBCs, WBCs as well as the platelets. Now last one, second type of the bone marrow, that is the